You want more exhaust sex? Austin Racing has spoken. I'm on my way to my bike. My Austin Racing exhaust is very hot. I'm known to have sex with it. New gloves. When I was younger, I was very foolish. I'm still foolish. Total insanity.
McDonald's Big Mac, the big sandwich with a great big taste that everybody's talking about.
Sesame seed bun, and we forgot the onions.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did say onion.
Are you sure?
It said onion.
All right.
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
McDonald's Big Mac, the great big sandwich with a great big taste.
Well, at least my underpants are nice. I like to use nice underpants. This here is a cat hotel. I used to have some cats, a fair few. I can say with experience and confidence that cats are evil. Man, I just ran over something. It was kind of weird. I'm just checking to make sure it's not a nail or something. That was very strange. There's a bit of a mark there. Seems to be alright. Anyway, cats are the most evil creatures known to man. When you run over something and your tire goes blub, 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 it's always a good idea to stop and check. They are so evil. Cats are evil in a subtle way. We have come to this beautiful place here to get a hot dog. You probably recognize it from the last video. Well, the hot dogs are not as good as at IKEA, but they're okay. This is a Fiat car. My tank is full of shit. Now you see how clean my tank is? Look at this. It is spotless. We celebrate Australia Day. It is very clean. That was the day the British occupied this land. Kangaroos and koalas and kookaburras. Highway patrol. Stay away from the highway patrol. Go away, highway patrol. Those guys are not cops. They are money machines. They are extortionists. It's like the mafia, you know? Let me see, I found my way to some beach here. I don't know what beach it is. I'm very good at getting to beaches, but when I get there I don't know which beach I'm at. They thought they were animals with two heads. These were actually kangaroos. To be a motovlogger, you have to be good at talking to yourself. If you're not good at talking to yourself, it's really not going to work. And if you want to get into this thing, you want to try it, or you're thinking about trying it, what you want to do is, first, don't go out and buy all the equipment, because it's very expensive, but rather get on your bike and just talk. I was arguing with this guy the other day, and he was questioning why I got 1,000 and not a 600. He's saying, what's the benefit of 1,000? 600 is much better. And see how you go. Just pretend like the camera's on and you're recording, and just see how you go. And practice that and do that several times. And if you find you're improving and getting good at it, then go out and get the camera. Because a lot of guys go out and get all the stuff and then they put it all on and they set it all up and then they go and ride and they don't talk. Because they don't know what to talk about. Now when you get the 600 you can put a power commander on it and a special air filter and valves and tuning and all the kinds of things you can do to a 600 to make it go. Or you can get 1,000 and do nothing. And you have to also be prepared to get funny looks from people who are wondering what you're doing. Aussie sheep, wholesale. It is a beautiful, pleasant day. I just ran over a big rock. It's good to be behind the cops, especially when they're in one of these paddy wagons that are very useful for locking people up and taking them away. Oh yes, did I mention that I got new tyres? These are Dunlop Sport Max, and they are very, very good. Highly recommended. And they stick like glue. Absolutely recommended. And they're not too expensive. Who loves Freddie Mercury? I do! Acro and Austin Racing, which one would you prefer? It's terrible what's happening. It's terrible. Philosophically speaking, what would it be like to be a watermelon? I'm just wondering, does a watermelon have an inner life? Come on. We all know what BS stands for, right? Bullshit. But do you know what MBS stands for? It's called MBS. And it stands for mega bullshit. And mega bullshit is just like regular bullshit, just much more of it. There's actually a law in Australia. The law applies to cars. And this law says that if you leave your car unattended, you're not allowed to leave the window partially open. There's actually a $44 fine for it. So if it's a stinking hot day and you leave your car in a parking area somewhere, you're not allowed to leave that little gap in your window. You'll get a $44 fine. If we just assume for a moment that all forms of fruit are beings, then would it be better to be an apple or a watermelon? This is an important question. Imagine if you were an apple and you had an inner life. So, you know, you were aware of your own existence and so on. And you fell off the tree and landed on the ground. Well, you'd be looking up at the tree, wondering what has happened. Would that be sort of similar like if someone cut your head off on a guillotine and you're kind of looking at your body and thinking, what happened? But it would be kind of reassuring looking up at the apple tree and seeing all the other apples that are still up there on the tree. What do you think?
There's nothing like ice-cold Coca-Cola.